Yes, guys, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching in the world. You're with Jam and Mr. Neutral for the watch-along of Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez versus Yuniel Dorticos. This is for the WBO and WBA Cruiserweight Unified Championships of the world. And before we get into it, we are proudly sponsored by Easy Storage, your place to go for all your storage needs across the United Kingdom. And also a news channel sponsor. We have got Octagon Blog. Find them on X. They make some great jackets and stuff. Look at this bad boy. You can't go wrong with that, mate. So dig them out on X, Octagon Blog. They'll help you out with some absolute banging clobber.
It's a work
Right,
of art,
Mr.
that,
Neutral.
John.
We've got a real one here, mate. With Zurdo
We
Ramirez. He
have.
wants the Jai Opataya fight. If he needs to win this against Dorticus, if it's going to happen, what's your thoughts, mate?
Yes, thank you, James. Welcome everybody to Red Corner Boxing's watch-alongs. Yeah, and we got two belts on the line here for Yuniel Dorticos, the Cuban mandatory to the Mexican champion, double champion. Just waiting, the timing's right. Opatai's just won. Just got to get this out of the way, and then we can get that real fight that we all want to see between Zurdo and Ramirez and Opataya. But I mean,
for sure.
yeah, this guy, Dorticos, you can't overlook him too much too soon. You know what I mean? So he can't look that too far ahead. He's got to get this guy out of the way first. He is a mandatory. He is dangerous. He is 39 years of age as well. He was last out.
Alan Camper.
Yeah, he was last out in June of last year with a first round knockout over Alan Camper. And this guy's only lost to Bridges and Garcia before. So, as we were saying, that this guy can cause a lot of problems. But I do feel that Ramirez is probably levels above this guy for me. I thought that win over Chris Smith was fantastic. Pure boxing lesson. And I'm pretty sure the Cuban will test his limits, Jams, but I expect the power to come through. Although Dorticos, to be fair, has got 3 out of 4 knockouts, and is it 4 out of his last 4 fights.
He can bang, mate. You know what I mean? He's got a record of 20. He's got 25 knockouts on 27 wins. He's only got the 2 defeats, as you said, to Bradis.
Yeah.
And to Gassiev. Gassiev's the only one to ever stop him. He is 39 now, the Cuban, but Cubans are always built tough. But Zurdo, if he's really to be this guy, that guy who's going to go and take on Jai Opataya, he's even talking about maybe moving up again. So, if he's going to move up to heavyweight, then he should be dealing with guys like this pretty easy if he wants to go up against the real big boys. So let's see what Zurdo Ramirez does here. I fancy him for the knockout, to be quite honest with you. Probably shouldn't say that on a watch along, but I will.
Anyway, he's coming in here at 220 pound, Jams. How he ever made 168 3 years ago, I'll never know. But 4 years ago, wherever it was, it's an incredible. I mean, I remember when it was talked of that Canelo ducked this guy. And
I remember. Same as David Benavidez, weren't it? It's around the same sort of time.
And then it was, because all Mexican affair. But then he moved up to light heavyweight and fought Bivol, where obviously he got a boxing lesson from him. He then went up to cruiserweight and found his niche. He's he's 220 pound coming into this. So he could well be heavyweight right now. Good morning to Hawking's Ringside Live, our league leader. And
as
again,
always,
another strong week.
Look who's joined us, mate. Mike Yang. Big up, Mike Yang. Thank you so much for tuning in, mate. It's been a while, lads. Hope all is well. We are good, brother. Thank you for tuning in.
All good here. Just saying, I've got some points updates for the prediction league, guys. While you're in the Hawking Ringside Live and SWS Boxing actually lead fight week 11 with 127 points.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Followed closely by you, Jams, with 100.
I've got everyone right, mate. Just not every method, but I've got every fight right so far.
and you're only 120. You're only 5 points behind on 122, and the fight is on its way. We're off.
Yep, it's here now, mate. Zurdo Dorticos. Let's have a look what happens here. Zurdo's flicking out a nice right hand there. Dorticos, though, the Cuban, always tricky, man. We know what these guys are like. Cubans, just master boxers. They're trained from a young age to be the best, aren't they? So it's going to be tricky for Zurdo in the early parts, I believe. But let's see if
So
Zurdo really carries that power, really is that guy.
he looks absolutely enormous, and that southpaw stance. He's got quite a wide stance, just leaning back off that jab from the orthodox Dorticus. Oh, nice left-right combination. Snuck up an uppercut on the inside. Dorticus wheels him round again. Nice stuff so far. And the southpaw jab of Ramirez, just proving a bit of a problem for Dorticus to find his range, but it's early days yet.
Yeah, he looks focused, though, doesn't he? Got to say, Zurdo looks laser focused here because he has been known to be a bit of a slow starter at times in his other fights, but he looks
Yeah,
a little bit more laser focused in this one. Maybe he knows it's a real challenge this time.
he wants to gain a lead as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Um, his lead foot moves very fast to try and close the distance to Dorticus, but he's got a he's got a nice rangy jab there. Dorticus just flicks out that lead hand. Uh, DT says, mates, I can see Zurdo get him out there before 8. I've got, I've got a good feeling you could be right, DT. As I said, very impressed with his last performance. Uh, Chris Billum Smith, absolutely tremendous fight that was. And Chris has gone on to win. So the form is solid, absolutely solid right now. So Dorticus form is solid as well, but it's against lower level. What you
yeah.
can
When he's been
consider.
up at the higher level, he's lost, hasn't he? In truth.
He's this is third time lucky now going for a belt. So yeah, he's a last chance saloon at 39 years of age. So
Yeah,
he's got to put all of his effort into this.
yeah. I'm giving Zurdo the first round though, mate. Myself. That's a 10-9 for Zurdo for me. That one. Tell you what, I was just thinking back to that Kid Austin performance earlier, Mr. Neutral. What a performance from young Floyd Schofield. That was sensational, wasn't it? To blow a man like Tevin Farmer out the water in less than a minute. What was it? 43 seconds altogether. That was with the three 10-second counts.
Yeah,
Unbelievable, man. Just,
fantastic. Yeah, on a personal level, I've been a big fan of Floyd for a long time, and I've been trying to convince people that this guy's the real deal. Obviously, with the competition, a lightweight with Tank, Shakur, the Zapitas, the Abdullah Masons, the Keyshawn Davis before he threw his belts away. These are the type of guys that are preventing Schofield from being in the public eye. But certainly tonight, only the harshest critics will deny Floyd Schofield his flowers for that win. Tevin
yeah,
Farmer's never been stopped like that. And
never.
he took Zapita 24 rounds. He put Muratalia for 12 rounds. Absolutely tremendous. And even
To
the
be fair, could have beat
34,
Zapata in one of them as well, bro. He could have beat Zapata in
it
one of
was
them
close the
fights.
last fight with Zapita. Uh,
Yeah, split decision, weren't it? Was it
and
split the last one?
all I see is on the timeline. Oh, he was old. Tevin Farmer's done. He's lost 3 fights, 4 on the trot now. He's done. That's absolute rubbish. The guy's moved up in weight and tested himself. He's a world champion, former world champion. And it just they try to demean, belittle the victory of
Yeah.
Floyd Schofield. So
Same thing they tried to do with Brian Norman Jr. All of a sudden, Jesus
exactly,
Saki's a Peds cheat and it don't count and blah,
that's
blah,
it.
blah.
Yeah,
It's just rubbish, mate. It's just haters.
he's fought an old day and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's it's
It's
just
see,
ridiculous.
a lot of people get fixated with the resume, I think there's only so much the resume can take you when you're trying to judge a fighter. You've got to look at the manner of the victory.
Oh, let's look into Avius Griffin. 17-0, 16 knockouts. Came out earlier, got smashed to pieces by Julian Rodriguez.
In the last 10 seconds of the fight,
It
can
was,
you
yeah.
just goes
And
to
that says it
show
all.
you?
And yet he was MVP's new big sign, and he was going to do big things. He looked terrible in there. He landed the odd good shot. He did have Rodriguez down, but he lost and he got stopped. So it just shows you our resume means nothing. You know what I mean? Because Julian Rodriguez was supposed to be the forgotten man. No one cared about him. He's got no one good on his resume. So he's just beat your best 17-0 fighter. So
Oh, and it's
Jake Paul was
Dorticos.
dissing him at the weigh-in, saying, "Don't even know who you are, bro. Don't even know who you are," and all that jizz. So he found out. He now knows
Dorticos,
who he is. I bet he signs him up as well.
yeah, Dorticos trying to fight in a close range, and he's getting success on Zurdo in this round.
Yeah, he's having a good round. He is having a good round. It's been a far better round for Dorticos in this round.
What he needs to do, what he's doing right now, and he's doing it really correctly. He's slowing the pace right down to walking pace. So and it's just a case of teeing up on him then with his shots. But for his age, he's looking good. His
Zerdo
Dorticus.
looks uncomfortable in there, mate. To be
He's
honest, in the second
working.
round, he looks very uncomfortable in there.
Oh, he's throwing some big bombs now in this round. Massive bombs.
I'm going to give that to Dorticus.
Knockout doctor round.
Yeah. Hawkins got the KO, Doctor. Let's
KO
see what
doctor
happens
coming.
going into the third. But definitely a very good round for Yuniel Dorticos. That's
Only,
absolutely his round.
only Jack Hughes has picked Dorticus by split decision in this fight. I can see a knockout in this fight. Like I'll tell you what, they can both knock each other out. It's one of them, and if let's see, Jack Hughes gets that right, he will be very pleased.
He will. He will. He wants the points. He wants to join League One. He keeps telling me he wants to join League One.
Aye, the race to League One.
Jubbas Merck has joined us. Big up, Jubbas, mate. Thank you for tuning in. At the moment, mate, after 2 rounds, I've got it 1 round apiece. First round to Zerdo, second round to Dorticos.
Absolutely, I thought Dorticus was throwing some good uh, inside pocket shots. He was catching Zurdo with uppercuts, big right hands.
Bullied him.
And yeah, that was a good round for Dorcas, but Ramirez had the first round by far. So
Yeah.
fairly even so far, 1-1. Round 3, and it's the southpaw, Ramirez, just trying to evade and being pushed back to the corner by the range-finding jabs of Dorticus.
Yeah, the only worry here is the Cuban tiring. Being 39, it's been a little bit inactive. I'd be
Yeah, that's
worried.
why he's being very economical with his energy right now. As you can see, slowed the fight down to engaging virtually a mid-range sort of going towards in the pocket, but he just backs out and then comes back in. Very clever, conserving energy. He's making Ramirez fights at his pace and not the other way around.
He is definitely, yeah. There's a little bit of damage, it looks like, though. I don't know if it's around the nose or the eyes of Dorticos, but it's a little bit of reddening around the face.
Do we?
He maybe might have been a head clash, or maybe he took a smack on the way in. I don't know. It's not clear yet because they've not showed the full face on the screen. But there does seem to be a wee bit of damage there. Oh, good little check right up there from Zerdo. That's better work from the Mexican. That's what he needs to do. But back comes Dorticos. Zerdo backs up. Every time Dorticos lands a hand, Zerdo does back up. So Zerdo's feeling the power of Yuniel Dorticos here. This is no easy fight for him. Will I get the commentator's curse now when he get laid out? Let's have a look. He's flicking out the jab to the body, Zerdo.
He does look like he's tiring a wee bit there, blowing out of his mouth there, Dorticus, mouth open.
Yeah, I don't know if his nose is broke, bro. I don't know if he broke his nose. It seems to be a little bit of like damage around, like between the eyes.
He does have some hard, stiff jabs from that southpaw stance. Does Zurdo Ramirez, and when he follows up with his left hand, this, as Chris Bellum testified, they're absolutely stinging, stiff, hard punches.
Yeah, 100%. Just slowed down the pace a little bit at the moment. I don't know if that suits Zerdo better or Dorticos, but he seems to have slowed right down. But that's
Uh,
the end of the round.
yeah, for me,
Probably
for me,
tough round to score.
it suits Dorticus because he's given him the room and the timing to actually connect some punches, some power punches. But Zurdo's, being a far younger guy by what 7 years, he's got that extra flexibility in his movement and his defense. Uh, and he's looking better just right now after round three. I've got a 2-1 to Zurdo.
Yeah, I've got it exactly the same, bro. 2-1 to Zerdo Ramirez after that third round. He just landed the cleaner punches. And like you said, Dorticus seemed to tire.
That
Whether it's
stiff
because of
jab,
damage or whether it's just laboured, I don't know. But it definitely seemed to slow down a wee bit, didn't he?
yeah.
Wasn't engaging as much. But here we go, guys. Round four is about to take place from Anaheim, California.
Oh, he went to throw a left, stopped it, and then threw a right, and bang, straight on Dorcas' cheek in that replay. That was a great punch.
Yeah, probably caused a bit of damage to around there as well, where
Yeah,
we're seeing a bit of reddening. He's come out firing in this fourth round of Dorticus.
I just seen that.
He's definitely lively still. It's whether he can keep it up though for the whole 12.
Yeah, it's the combinations. He's throwing two punch combinations and trying to get a third one off, but the third one off is quite slow.
Yeah,
So
he's laboured.
he's putting an awful lot into the first two. Here they go, mouth's open again from Dorticus. That means he's got breathing issues. It's
And
only
that's the best
round
way to get knocked out as well, isn't it? When you got your mouth hanging open, you
it's
get
only
caught, you're
round
likely to get your
four.
jaw snapped.
And the thing about Zurdo, he's got a ridiculous engine. You don't he doesn't look like it, but he has got a ridiculous engine. Jibbers Mucker says who's winning. I've got it 2-1 to Zurdo. Jams has it as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
same, brother.
he's looking quite good right now, but Dorticus still is going to be an awkward customer for the next so many rounds until uh, if he succumbs. If
Yeah,
not, it's
whether
going the
Zerdo gets to
distance.
him or not.
Yeah, it's going the distance otherwise. Oh, nice check right hook there from Zurdo as Dorticus went to move to the body, catches another left from Zurdo, another left from Zurdo off the counter. And there seems to be a bit of reddening of the face of Dorticus.
Yeah, there is, definitely. I took Zerdo UD as well. I'm starting to wish I'd gone for a KO now. Because I don't know if this can go 12.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same pattern as the Chris Bellum Smith fight. He's absolutely,
Breaking him.
with his accuracy, he starts to break them down. As Dorticus is fighting back, though, he's still throwing. Nice three punch combo there. Now works the body against the ropes. Zurdo fights back. Dorticus still there. No, he's allowed him to come off the ropes. Still working the body and going upstairs as well. Dorticus backs off. Lets it Ramirez reset. Now they engage again. So it's two punch combinations coming from both guys. But Dorticus so far in this round four has been slightly more positive.
He has. I don't know if it was enough to win the round. I still think maybe a Zerdo round for me, but it was close. Now, wait a
You got
second, mate. 1 second,
You've
bro.
got
I'll
to
be
take
back.
it off. You've got to take it off the champion in this. This is a unified champion. Dorticus has got to win these these fights clean. Michael Cheslak wins on TKO in round 4. Cheslak, TKO, 15
Sorry
points.
about that, bro. Did you just say C-Slack just knocked out Jean Pascal round 4?
Hey, he did.
Oh, that's just screwed my weekend. I had a perfect weekend of every fight right.
You certainly did until then, my man.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Yeah, Hakan now he's now clear leader again. Shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, by 5 points. Yeah, I give that round to Dorticos. I thought that was clearly his round. I've got that 2-2 now. Joshua Heath says Kid Austin knocked out a finished Tevin Farmer. He still turned down a fight with Mason and Dr. Curran. Oh, come on, Joshua. Come on. The boy was ill. And he turned down a fight with Mason, Abdullah Mason, because these two are
No
not
money in it.
supposed to. No, they're not supposed to fight yet. These two are supposed to fight down the line, and it's for undisputed, because I do believe that those two will rule 135 pound in the next 2 years.
Yeah, it's a
And
bit like Jacqueline Moses and Kamel Moton. You know what I
I
mean?
don't want to see that fight yet. I do not
No,
want to
it
see
needs to
that fight
marinate.
yet.
You need to let it marinate
Yeah.
and wait till they've got something to offer.
Yeah. And as for it to finish Tevin Farmer, well, that remains to be seen. But
He's just done 24 rounds
we've
with
got to give
Zepeda.
we got to give Floyd Schofield his flowers for that. No one's done that to Tevin Farmer. No one thought or even dreamed that Tevin Farmer was going to get knocked out. So I've got to give him his flowers. He done really well there. But back to this fight. And
Josh says Dorticos is doing well. Lots of people counted him because he got knocked out in his fight before his last win. Yeah. The last time he got knocked out was against. The only time he got knocked out was against Gassiev, weren't it? Yeah, Gassiev.
yeah, he went the distance with Breedis, which is really good, because Breedis is a solid guy. Asked Joy up at Aya. He broke his
Broke
jaw.
both sides of his jaw, didn't he?
Yeah. 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 That's he's definitely solid, but if Ramirez stops Dorticus, then that's a
Big
massive
statement.
it's a big statement. And I think Opataya will relish this sort of statement. He'll want Zurdo to stop Dorticus, because he'll want the media to call for the fight. He'll
Yeah,
want
gives
that
him a chance to get all the straps, doesn't it?
all the straps back.
And then he'll move back up to, he'll move up to heavyweight. And he wants slice
Once
at the top
that job
table.
is done, he'll move to heavyweight.
Yeah, I think he'll be better at heavyweight than he would be at cruiser. He's
Do
a
you know
big
what?
boy, is Giant.
If Jai Opataya beats Zurdo to become a unified, three belt champion,
Like
Zurdo
Josh just
would
said, Zerdo said
Zurdo
he'll fight Jake Paul after
he would
Opataya.
fight Jake Paul. Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone
He
will, because
would
he's got
fight.
that paper, Josh, mate. They'll fight him for the paper. He'll do it for the paper, bro. He will. He will. You know he will. Who wouldn't, though? Let's be truthful. If someone turns up and says you can have this easy night against Jake Paul and I'll pay you £20 million, or you can fight Jai Opataya for 1 million and maybe lose, a lot of people are going to take the Jake Paul fight. But if he has to fight Opataya first, I don't think there'll be much of him left to go on. But that's just my opinion. I think
I think
Opataya absolutely knocks Zerdo out myself. I
I
think
think
he
if he
absolutely cleans him up.
let's see a bit. Josh just says, I know you guys aren't covering it on the channel, but who you guys think's winning in 317, Chapuria or Oliveira? I think Ilya Chapuria.
Yeah, I'd go to Poria as well,
I
to be
think he's
honest.
far too calm in that game, and he's a dangerous man. I even feared for Paddy Pimblett when he was arguing with him. So I'm going for Ilya Superior in that one. I think he's a nutter. Joshua Zotto can fight Jake Paul when Oppenheimer takes his belts. Absolutely.
You know
And
it, brother. You know it.
I think Oppenheimer, these two are good fighters. They're both southpaws. And Oppenheimer, for me, he's so quick for a cruiserweight. Very quick, and he'll be quicker to the punch than Zotto. It'll be up to Zotto's chin whether he can take Oppenheimer's punishment for an extended period of time, which I doubt.
Yeah, I've got
So,
this now
but it'd be a great
after
fight.
5 rounds, bro. I've got this 5 rounds to 5 rounds, 3 rounds to 2 to Dorticos now. I've given him the last two. I think
Right.
he's taking over here.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Joshua there. The likelihood of Oppenheimer winning that by knockout is quite high. Zotto has slow footwork. He's very slow here. CBS has only made him look good because he did nothing and just CBS is that kind of. He's a brawler. He's a fighter. He hasn't got the energy to go around with fancy footwork and go around that ring and try to look good. He wants to do what Zotto's doing here and sit in the middle of the ring and fight. It's less energy, expendable energy. You're not losing your gas tank, and you'll make the 12 rounds, but it's a slugfest, and that's what Opataya, he can fight with
Right,
footwork, with energy, or he can fight in the pocket.
you
That
stand in front of Oppenheimer, he's going to clean you up.
it's the only way you can do it with him. It's an absolute. Well, it's one way or the other, and if you haven't got the energy for the other, it's one way, and that's to slug it out.
Yeah. And then you go into sleep, really. Just like Marius Braders found out in the end. Well, he didn't get to sleep, but he got absolutely destroyed. Broke him up, didn't he? In the rematch.
Yeah, yeah.
Broke his jaw back. He got his jaw broke both sides in the first one and broke his back in the second. That's
Well,
karmic justice, that, isn't it? And then he broke. Whose jaw did he break last time as well? He's just on a jawbreaker mission, mate. It's Jaya Pataya. He hits that hard,
yeah.
man. You can hear the punches, like you can hear the thuds. It's just
Did you
ridiculous.
hear that snap when he snapped that Italian?
Oh my
His jaw.
god, yeah, the
Did you
little
hear
mini
it?
Canelo when he smashed up mini Canelo. Oh,
Yeah,
big Canelo, should I say?
the
Big Canelo.
Italian Canelo. He snapped
Yeah,
his jaw. You could hear it, and he bent. He just took a knee in the corner, and he just
that
looked up at his
sound, that
corner,
crack was
and that was the
horrible.
look of no, I'm not going on here. And he put a brave face on it and all that. You would never have guessed his jaw was broken in two places. Um, and he just stood up when the count was gone, and that was it. But uh, Josh is saying I'm backing Superior to win. Lots of people counted him out when he fought Volk and Holloway, and he continues to prove it. Everyone he does. He's a dangerous wee bastard. Cold is the word I'd use with the likes of Elliot Superior. As I'm watching the replay of that round, it seems that Dorticus had come back into it somehow. He was getting some nice combinations whilst we were talking. That is. Uh,
I'll give it
so
Dorticus again, mate. I've got Dorticus now 2 rounds up.
two
Three,
rounds up.
maybe three actually. Hold on, let me just check. Yeah, I've only given Zerdo the 2 rounds, mate.
All right. So what's that? 3-2
Yeah, 4-2, 4-2.
or 4-2?
Yeah, we're in the seventh now. I've got it 4-2,
Round
mate.
seven. And the
Dorticus just
Cubans,
seems to be the boss now.
the Cubans are very good at boxing. It has to
Yeah.
be said. The fundamentals of the Cubans are very, very good. And
He's
and
giving
the
me Guillermo
Mexicans,
Rigondal vibes.
they're a mixture of brawn and finesse.
Tough,
Uh,
like Curiel in the last fight.
yeah.
Hawkins
Hawkins,
got him up by 2.
the knockout doctor. Dorticus, knockout doctor.
I'm sure I've got him up by 3 now. Yeah, I only give Zurdo the first and third. I'll give Dorticus everything else.
Right. I haven't been paying attention to actually writing down what we got here. Armin was the only one who was able to get out of Oliveira's guillotine. Superior has good takedown defense and is very good on the ground. Well, we don't watch a lot of MMA. We catch the odd fight now and then if it's a big one.
If it's Paddy the Baddy, we watch it.
Aye, Paddy the Baddy. He's always good fun to watch. Bit of a character.
You used to watch a bit
But
of Conor McGregor as well,
I,
even though he's a tosser.
as far as the technical talk it goes, I know very little about guillotines and
That's when
takedown
you get him around
defense.
the neck, choke him out.
Ah, right, okay then. I'm thinking like blades coming down and chopping people's like heats off.
But then Wesley
Right.
Snipes with his big claw hand.
Clean off their shoulders, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And then obviously you explained what it is you know, yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
guillotine choke. It's a choke hold.
I get it. I get it. Josh says, I just wish Pereira rematch Ankalaev. His takedown defense got exposed and Ankalaev almost knocked him off. There you go. So Josh has sort of laid out the keys to victory there for Ilya Topuria to win in UFC 317. I remember UFC, I think it was 8 or 9.
Yeah, I remember like UFC 56 or something. I can remember.
Going back.
Makes me feel old, man.
Time ago. Time
Flies
flies.
by, doesn't it?
Certainly does. Curiel had the knockout. Fancy that.
Yeah, 4th round for Curiel. 4th round stoppage against Victor Rodriguez.
But Ramirez is not having his own way, is he, Jams?
He's not, mate. I did just give him that last round, though, because he landed some big shots. That left hook was beautiful. He landed some great shots. Best round he's had in a couple, so I'll give him that one. So I've now got it 4 rounds to 3 to Yuniel Dorticos. It's
Big
what he
rise.
needed.
Big
He needed to
rise.
turn it around.
Flying in League One. League Two, rather.
How's Ash Lane done this week, do you know?
Ashleen.
I feel really bad, you know. He was going to take
Ashleen.
Gemma Richardson for the stoppage, and I said it's only a 6-rounder, so he changed it to a UD. I feel terrible. I feel terrible for the lad. I didn't tell him not to do it. I just said it's only a 6-round female fight, and he said, "Thank God you told me that," and he changed it to a UD, but he was going to have the KO.
Oh, see, that's his fault. Shouldn't
Yeah, he
be.
shouldn't have listened to me, should he?
He shouldn't be listening to the ops.
That's it, mate. That's it. You slip, you lose.
Cracker. I'm hoping for a draw in the Chavez Paul fight for my prediction league. Me and 20, we've gone for the draw.
Wouldn't
Zotto's
surprise me, but
losing.
I think it's written Paul's going to win that.
What round? Me and Jams.
We're in
9?
round 8 now, mate. Round 8. I've
Round
got it
8.
4-3 to Dorticos.
4-3 at Dorcas.
Yeah, like Josh says, Zurdo's losing. Yes, mate. I've got it 4-3 to
Well,
Yuniel Dorticos for sure.
only Jack Hughes, the punk kid Hughes, he's fighting against him. He's picked Dorticus to win out of the 2 leagues only. Only him.
It was meant to have been Jack's fight night tonight as well against Josh Nutley, but it got called off, didn't it? Because he kept messing Jack around, so Jack fucked him off.
Dirty
Such a
bastard.
shame, otherwise that would have been on the York Hall card today.
That's a duck move. Duck.
It really was. It really was. Kept changing the goalpost, changing the weight, changing the time limit, changing the price, changing everything, changing the glove size. Just absolute pussy move. So Jack in the end just said, "Tell you what, do one, son," and just cancelled the fight. But anyway, back to this one. We've got Zurdo Dorticus, who are in round 8 of 12 for the WBO and WBA Cruiserweight World titles from Anaheim, California. And at the minute, for me, Dorticus is ahead by a round. And he's doing okay in this round, although Zurdo is starting to let the hands go a little bit more. and that's always a danger.
Yeah, he's definitely he's trying to plant his feet, load up on his punches from a standing position in the center of the ring. Zuddo, still a little bit more about him in energy. Nice combination there from Zuddo that found its way through. Dorticus shakes his head in his high guard as he takes another flurry of punches, tries to fight back with a left right combination of his own. Back comes Zuddo. Strong finish from Zuddo in this round.
Yeah, he's done better again. This will be 2 rounds on the run for him, which is bad news for Dorticus. Because if he sees the fight out, being the home fighter, he's Jake Paul's lad now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's going to get the favour of the judges. They all like if that Julian earlier didn't knock out his man against the MVP signing, they were going to give it to the lad who was getting beat up.
Yeah,
Literally, two of them had it a draw, one had him one up, but he got
Griffin,
stopped with 10
wasn't it?
seconds to go. So thank
Yeah.
God for that, eh? Justice in boxing was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, who'd you give that round to, James?
I'll give it to Zerdo, mate. I've got it 4 apiece now.
4 apiece.
Yeah. After it, the old mints. After it, let's see what happens from now then. There's 4 rounds to go. We've got 9, 10, 11, 12. Dorska's still got time, but he seems to be tired. He seems very tired now. He's laboured. He's not really throwing as much. And Zerdo just seems to be piecing him up.
Yes, the accuracy of Ramirez was prevalent in that round. Dorticus took a number of power punches and jabs, especially at close range. Yeah, some of them were stinging, glancing blows across the face of Yuniel Dorticus from Cuba. This is where Zotto starts to coming into his own with his gas tank. I
Yeah,
remember in his previous 2 fights, he finished very strongly in the championship rounds.
he does. And that's the thing. He could easily get the stoppage. But at the same time, Dortkus is coming on strong again now.
I'll tell you what, Dorticus' fitness levels are amazing for his age. He's kept his shape, he's kept his form, his discipline, his boxing faculties all throughout this fight. And he's still throwing beautiful punches.
I'll tell you what, I've just seen Durdo do something I've never seen him do before. He stuck his tongue out and started calling him on. That's usually a sign you've been hurt. He was on the ropes and started taunting him, trying to egg him on.
Yeah, yeah. He's rope a doping him. That's what he's doing.
Just I've never seen him do that before. It's not really his style. Normally, he just lets his hands go.
He wants the old man to gas himself out. That's what he's
Yeah, he
trying
wants
to
him to
do.
come on to him. Wants him to come straight on.
Now he's going to work. Zotto's going to work now? He's at close quarters. He's pull.
Letting their hands go.
They're all from the elbows. He's no shoulders involved in these punches until he leans back and pulls one back from the left hand off a right hand jab. But that was great work.
Yeah, he's
It's
starting to
not.
piece him up a bit now, isn't he? Dorska's still
It's
throwing, but he looks
it's
very
not
laboured.
piecing
He's
him
pulling
up
his
as
punches, really
such.
pulling them.
It's not piecing him up as such. It's surmountable punches. He's slowly breaking Dorticus down or trying to break him down. But Dorticus, again, I come back to his fitness, and it is incredible. So disciplined to go at this level with this kind of opposition at this pace, where he's continuously throwing
Oh,
punches.
Zerdo just nearly slipped over.
Yeah,
Joshua Heath just said Dorticos has impressive stamina for his age. Yeah, certainly does, mate.
absolutely.
He really does. He's hanging in there. He's hanging tough because Zerdo's starting to put it upon him. Like I said, I gave Zerdo the last 2 rounds. He seems to be taking over the fight, in my opinion. But Dorticos is staying in there and he's still letting his hands go. Cubans, we know what they're like. We know how they're built. They're built tough. They never quit. I'm going to edge that to Zerdo again. So I've now got Zerdo 5-4 up. So he's turned it back around again.
Yeah. it's a slow, such as the manner in which Dorticus has fought this fight. It's a slow beatdown. It's not a convincing or by any means a battering or anything like that. But the punches that are getting through, they're slowly taking it out of Dorticus.
Yeah, it's methodical. It's methodically grinding him
That's the
down.
one. That's a great one. That's the great one. Methodical.
Yeah. It is. It has been a good performance. Like over the last few rounds, he really has started to do his work. But earlier on, I could see Dorcas running away with this. But
Mm.
Zerdo's turned the tide, which is what champions do, and he is the champion. He's the WBO and WBA cruiserweight champion. You'd expect him to be dealing with your Yuniel Dorticos. So he's doing what he's supposed to do. So we can't get too hyped about him. He's not doing anything magical, but he's just doing enough at the moment, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more from him, though. I'd like to see him put his foot down now and try and set the 39-year-old out there. Because if he wants to go in with the likes of Jai Apataya, mate, he needs more than this.
But
Chris
I think,
Mannix has got
but
it 86-83 to Zerdo.
I have to say though that yeah, Dorticus would be far better than anything on Opataya's resume of late. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, his last since Bradis. DT's just said he's not ready for Jai. I completely agree, mate. I think Jai knocks him out. I think Jai knocks him out within 3 or 4 rounds. I really do.
He's
I
very
think Jai's the best
durable.
cruiserweight in the world by far. I thought that since he came through Bradis with two broken sides of his jaw.
Zato's like a big piece of meat, though. You don't know whether he's hot or not.
I think he's taking a point. The referee's taking a point off Dorticus for a
Yeah,
low
low
blow.
blows. Oh, he went 3, 4 of them at a time, and every single time he was getting lower and lower, and that's why the referee's having a word and taking a point
That's
off.
fair. So this will be a 10-8 round for Zerdo then if he doesn't stop him here.
Yeah, it's more or less cemented as a dual win now. I mean, I seen the scorecard there. Was that Chris Mannix? He'd
Yeah, I think
only
it was
given
88-83, wasn't it? I said 86. I think it was
he
88
he he'd only
83.
given he'd only given Dorticus 2 rounds, which I think was slightly unfair. But
Yeah.
he's a company man. He wants Zerdo to go on and fight Opataya. That's the sort of questions that he'll be asking.
Yeah, I'll give him 4 rounds, I think. I'm
Yeah,
sure I'll
here
give
we
him
go.
four.
Zerdo's going to work now. He's really hitting home with these accurate left hands. There you
I just
go.
hope
Work
Dorticus
body.
survives for my prediction league prediction. I need him to survive for a UD for Zerdo.
Hmm. Yeah, many of you going for UD. Hawkeye ringside live. My goodness, he is racking up the points tonight.
Has he gone UD as well?
Yep.
Oh, bloody hell. I thought I'd get one up on him if I got the UD. I thought he'd gone for the knockout. Bloody Nora. Can't catch a break.
Not looking good, mate, is it?
No. But then again, I don't need to win because I can't win fuck all anyway, so it's all good.
You're not allowed.
Exactly. I'm not allowed to win.
Your
So
your job is to make everybody catch you. That's
that's it.
behind you.
I'm failing, bruv. I'm failing.
Oh, you're doing absolutely tremendous. You're in third place tonight.
Yeah, I need to be doing better than that, though, really.
Oh, darling. It's a child. I feel sorry
He's
for
had a
him.
stinker, mate. I knew when he made his predictions, I was going to say to him on the live, like, what are you doing, man? He went too wild. He got too gung ho with his predictions. He went for the complete opposite of what everyone else was saying, like, just to be different.
All right, he had a pint of Guinness before he done his
I
predictions.
think he might have had 1 or 10. 1 or 10. That's another Zerdo round, though, in round 10, guys. So Zerdo's well in front now. He's comfortable. He's just got to sit out these final 2 rounds without knocking his man out so I can get my extra 3 points, 2 points on the prediction league. Oh,
What
that
a
was
pick.
really low from Dorticus as well. That was really low. And again, yeah, you're right, mate. He went low a couple of times there.
Yeah, he's getting lower and lower every time you wait in for those body shots.
It's like hitting him on the hip almost. I said, oh, of course, that's a Zerdo 10-8 round. I didn't even mark that down. Thank you, Hawken, brother. I completely forgot about the point off, mate, until you said that. Thank
There
you,
you
mate.
go.
So that's a 10-8. See, this is why we love Hawken all the way from Sweden. Keeps us on our toes. But that's a 10-8 Zerdo against Dawes, because that definitely wins the fight now. There can be absolutely no
Yes.
doubt about this now.
Round 11, Dorticus needs a knockout. So it'd be
I'd
interesting to
agree.
see. It'd be interesting to see how he loads up. Yeah, I can see that left lead foot. He's trying to get inside the range of Zurdo. I think if I was in his position needing a knockout and I've got a fair amount of gas in my tank, I'm gonna try and counter Zurdo with his high. Zurdo's got that high southpaw stance coming in, so he's enticing Dorticus onto him when it should be the other way around.
Yeah. Tell you what
Dorticus
I can
should
see,
be
man. I can see a
enticing,
disqualification
and then
coming because he just hit him low again.
yeah,
You can see the
I
ref
don't know
waving him
about.
off if he does it again.
He'll take another
There
point
you go.
off.
He's just
Yeah,
done it again.
he'll take another point off. Yeah, if he does it again.
He's given him
Now that
2 more warnings since the point off for low blows, and he's just done it again. But the ref didn't actually notice that one because it was on the blind side.
oh
He's really paying attention now, the ref, though. He's really hanging around looking for them shots, and
yeah,
now he's looking for them every
look
time.
look at Zoddo. See the way he's taking the shots of Dorticus. I'm telling you now, the fight with Opatite is going to be a belter because I don't think Dorticus has.
Oh, Zerdo down. It's a slip, though. It's a slip. The
I was
second
going to say,
time.
I don't think Dorticus has actually hurt Zoddo once in this fight.
No. The only time was when he was doing a bit of kinology on the ropes. But even then, I think he was just playing with him.
Yeah, they're slipping on that writing, the print on the canvas.
Yeah, the usual scenario. It's the problem with these YouTuber shows. They always want their prime drinks or whatever energy drink they're promoting that week on the big massive middle of the ring, and they slip on it every time when they start sweating.
Yeah,
I've noticed that a lot.
Dorticus
Look,
trying to
Dorticus
tee him.
having a go again.
He's trying to tee him up on the ropes. But still moving quite well, throwing quite a few.
Dorticus though is giving him hell for leather now. He's really having a go, but Zerdo
He's,
comes back
he's,
with some big
he's
shots.
rope doping him. He's doing it again. Oh, beautiful left shot from Zurdo on the counter.
That's good
As
work.
Dorticus is throwing bunches around the sides, trying to go to the body. Back comes Zurdo. Back comes Dorticus. It's lovely stuff right now in round 11.
That's
But
another Zerdo round.
it's all Zurdo. You can't hurt him, Dorticus. You just can't hurt him. So
Just got to
yeah,
get through this final round to give me my UD.
your UD's looking good, mate. So is
It is,
Hawkeye.
brother. It is. Problem is, everyone else has got it as well. You know what I mean? Can I buy a vow? You know what I mean?
If,
I need something different.
uh, uh, only Jack Hughes has got Dorticus by split decision. I don't think that's going to happen. Uh,
No.
so he's not looking good right now.
He started so well this week as well, Jack did.
I
He had
certainly did.
70 points after the first 5 fights he did, bless him, you know what I mean? He only missed out on the Butler method because he had Butler UD when it was his Butler KO. Other than
Yeah,
that, he got the first 5 spot on.
he's missed out on Pascal.
Yeah, me too.
He had Pitters and he had Farmer, which is not good.
That didn't end well. Here we go,
No.
though. 12th and final round, guys. He up for the WBO and the WBA Cruiserweight World titles. Zerdo Ramirez looks more than likely to be keeping his titles and moving on to maybe that big Jaya Pataya fight, maybe down under. Tasmania, be an amazing scene if it was on a Tasman Fighters show or an MVP show or a cross-platform show. But we need to see it. We
Yeah,
need to see it.
right.
As
Dorticus is
Dorticus got one last surprise in his locker. You never know with these
he's,
Cubans, man.
he's what he's done. He's planted his lead foot. He got Zurdo, can see it. He knows what he's going to do, and Zurdo's rushing him. He's stopping Dorticus finding his range. Now Dorticus is resorting back to jabs. He's trying to edge Zurdo back to the ropes, feinting. Zurdo moving right to left, trying to keep away from the corner. Takes a shot, a body shot against the ropes. Dorticus flinging a left round the side, but Zurdo seeing that coming. Back to the centre of the ring.
Yeah, it's
Zurdo,
nice and easy at the minute for Zerdo. He looks in full control, Mr. Neutral, doesn't he? Absolute full control.
he does, but you can see he's looking for that right hand. There's Dorticus. He's trying to find that range. He's trying to find the opening. He'll use the left to try and deflect Ramirez from the right hand. The inevitable right hand that's going to come around the side. Oscar De La Hoya wants Zurdo Ramirez to fight David Benavides. I understand why Oscar would say that. I
Yeah.
really do. Because,
Benavides needs a dance partner if it's not going to happen with Callum Smith.
well, I mean, I've heard about all this talk with Callum Smith. Oh, they're going for it now. Talking that. He hasn't got it. But you hear about all this talk with Callum Smith. It's not going to happen for me. Callum Smith in Vegas. I still think it's going to be an in-house PBC fight.
Yeah.
And then you get talks of like Zurdo Ramirez to fight David Benavides. Why did they strip Dimitri Bivol if David Benavides wanted to fight him next? That's all we ever heard from across the pond. But yet, no, it's everyone but Bivol. I've told
That's
people
it.
then, and I'll tell them now. David Benavides wants no part of Bivol or Batalbiev, whoever the winner of that fight may be, and they will hostage that WBA belt for as long as they can. And don't forget, because he was elevated by the WBA, he is exempt from mandatories for 12 months as per their rules.
Which is
Uh,
ridiculous, by the way.
it's been happening for years with PBC and WB and WBC. It's just the
It's how
way
they hold them hostage.
it's how they keeps America relevant. Otherwise, they wouldn't be relevant because if they had to face the true competition, they just wouldn't be relevant. They're not that good, really. Overall, a couple of them are really good.
Not like it used to be, though, is it? Let's be truthful.
No, the powerhouse of America is well gone by now.
Especially in the heavyweight division.
If you look at all around the champions around the weight divisions, the power shift is completely shifted from one side of the pond to the other. And even on the other side of the pond, where they were having success, that demographic is shifted from America to Mexico to Puerto Rico and other nations. So they're having a hard time justifying these champions, but then they make fights like Barrios and Pacquiao. And then Rolando Romero was fighting Ryan Garcia for an interim. Lo and behold, he gets elevated to a champion. So it's all misleading.
Well, that's who Oscar De La Hoya wants Raul Curiel to fight next. Is Rolly Romero to get a nice, cheap,
It's not
easy
going to
title.
happen. It's not going to happen. This is what Oscar makes me laugh. He knows it's not going to happen, but he still does it anyway because he wants the conversation.
That's
BBC will not do any business with Golden Boy where they hold two belts in that division. Not
he just
happening.
wants to get some content for his Clapback Thursdays, brother.
Exactly. It's not going to happen.
Definitely. Right, we're just waiting on this decision, guys, between Zurdo and Dorticus, but we're pretty sure it's going to be a wide Zurdo win in the end. Dorticus started pretty well, very much faded off, had a point taken off as well just to cement his defeat. Going to get you the scorecards now. I'll back in just a second, Mr. Neutral, if you can hold the fort. I won't be a moment.
Certainly can. Yeah, it's pretty convincing that from Zotto for me. I don't envisage any problems with the scoring here. However, we must go through the procedures. But I saw many good things and many good things from Dorticus. Dorticus for his age, fantastic stamina, fitness, and energy to go 12 rounds like that. Was Zurdo
Right.
Ramirez.
Zurdo's retained his title, brother. Two lots of 115, 112, so quite close. And
Oh,
then
really?
one lot of 117, 110, far wider.
That was probably Chris Mannix.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me, mate, the older zone scorecard. But yeah, Zurdo keeps his belts, rightly so. The right man won. So it's surely now we've got to see Zurdo Opposite next.
It's got to
Anyway,
be.
we're going to wrap this up, Mr. Neutral, because we're going to get back for Jake Paul. He's already gloved up and he looks like he's ready to go. So I think they're going to spin this one quick because it's already 5 a.m.
Let's do it.
So what
Thank
we'll
you
do
for
is,
everyone. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Red Corner Boxing for our
yep,
watch alongs. Just to let you know, this program is sponsored by EasyStories.com for all your local nationwide needs and our newest partner, Octagon Blog, for finest Louis Vuitton quality clothing from around the world. And look at that jacket, absolutely Red Corner Boxing. We're going places with these collaborations. So thank you for everyone for joining in. Jams, take it away.
yeah, thank you, Mr. Neutral. Yeah, everyone, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back on the Jake Paul link next. It's on the channel. Head over there. Come and join it with us. We're going to watch Jake Paul against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. from Anaheim, California. We'll see you in a moment, hopefully. God bless y'all.